Alright, I probably already know what you're thinking. Not another Plasti Dip removal video. I know this has been covered to death, but one thing I haven't seen is a comparison video. I want to see how each product interacts with the same kind of Plasti Dip. There's a lot of videos where somebody uses one product and it either works or it doesn't. What we're going to try and do is try and eliminate any confusion and see which one is the best, because what I want to do is remove this Plasti Dip as easily as possible. I've devised a very simple plan here. I'm going to put a different product on each one of the spokes of this wheel where the Plasti Dip has obviously been applied relatively uniform. What I've done here is marked each one of them off, and so that way we'll be able to keep track of them really easily. The products that we're going to be using today are ones, like I said, that I've seen in videos that seem to be used the most common. So the first one is Goo Gone. This one seems to be by far the most common, so I'm really curious to see how that one turns out. Another one that I've seen used is Bug and Tar Remover. This one seems to have mixed results, so we'll see how that turns out. The second, probably most common one next to Goo Gone I've seen is WD-40. A lot of people recommend this, so I'm also curious to see how that one turns out. And the last one is actually a bit of a wild card. This is Tire Wet Gel or Tire Shine Gel, Tire Shine, whatever you want to call it. This one's a little bit of a wild card, like I said, but I figured, you know, we have a couple different spokes here and I had this laying around and I had seen some people use it, so we might as well give it a try. Once again, the goal here is to remove this Plasti Dip as easily as possible. The Plasti Dip that's been on this car, I don't know how long it's been on this car actually, because I bought these wheels used. So under this black, there is a coat of orange that was when I bought the wheels on there, and it wouldn't peel off very easily, and it just seemed like it had been on there for a while, and I didn't want orange wheels, so I painted over in black to see how I liked it, and I don't really like it. So we have to get through 2 layers here, but that's why I'm hoping to find the best product to do this job, because I don't want to spend you know, an entire weekend doing this. Alright, so you should be able to see my kind of rudimentary setup here, but I think it's going to be pretty effective. I have these all each taped off one by one, and we're just going to go through one at a time applying them. I'm going to let them soak for a little bit, and then we'll come back, and if we have to apply another layer, we will, but we'll just take it how it goes. So let's just start off. I'm going to start with the Goo Gone. And you know, you can get this in a spray container. This is just one I had laying around. I'm pretty sure it's the same formula. I'm sure someone on the internet will tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it on here. Like I said, I'm gonna just try and focus. I understand that it's getting everywhere, but I'm just gonna try and focus on the face of the spokes here, just to try and be as consistent as possible. So we will apply it liberally and move on to the next one. So that was Goo Gone. I'm going to go with the WD-40 here, shake it up a little bit, and hopefully not get WD-40 all in my eye. I'm just going to cake it on. Like I said, I think these products are probably best regardless if you apply it liberally. So that's a bunch of WD-40. Next, we'll move on to the Bug and Tar Remover. And just a quick observation, I mean, if you've ever used Bug and Tar Remover, it's really thick, so I don't know like if that's gonna help or hinder the process, but it's like a much thicker film. The last one here we got is the Tire Shine or Tire Wet. This is a gel form. Most of these are spray, but I'm just gonna have to apply this one by hand because it's a gel and probably the best way to do it. So there's a bunch of that on there. So what we're going to do, I'm going to cut away for a minute. We're going to let this soak for a little bit, come back, see if we need to apply a second coat of each, which we probably will, why not? And then we'll start trying to remove it and see how it goes. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and just apply a second coat, why not? Let's see how it goes. I don't really see anything visibly going on here. Not that that really means anything. I didn't expect it to just literally melt off, but yeah, so another coat of the Goo Gone has been applied. Go with the WD-40. WD-40. Here's the Bug and Tar Remover. Once again, second coat, goes on thick, and then we'll finish it up with the tire gel. Like I said, I haven't noticed anything yet. Everything looks to be about the same. All right, so I only waited about a minute after this last coat, because I really what I want to do is try and remove this each one of these products while it's wet. I think that'll be most effective. I don't want it to totally dry. So I'm actually quite anxious to see how this turns out. So because I haven't tried this, we're doing this live, so we'll see here how it goes. So here's the first one. This is Goo Gone, and this is just a microfiber towel, and so definitely coming off with some force. Like I said, this you clearly get to see the orange now that was under the black. So definitely coming off. I'm using quite a bit of pressure, but no doubt, I mean, it's coming off. I think it's still going to take a fair amount of work, but I think, as you can see, if I just keep soaking this, if I soak this, I hope that, you know, I think I've soaked this enough that the black coat has come off. If I soak it again, hopefully the orange coat will come off, but that looks pretty fairly successful. I'm going to rotate this microfiber so we don't like cross-contaminate here. Not that this is super scientific, but we'll keep it as consistent as possible. So here's the WD-40, and I'm just going to try and use the same amount of pressure as I did last time. And already I can tell you, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but it's not coming off nearly as easy as the Goo Gone did. Like I said, applying the same amount of pressure. It looks like I'm getting some action here. Let's try a different direction. But it is really not coming off. The Goo Gone, I could feel it kind of getting like tacky as it picked up the Plasti Dip, but you see a little bit peeking through a little bit there. And the nice part with the orange is we could really see it easily. But yeah, wow, this really isn't working well at all. I kind of had higher hopes for this one, given that I'd seen a couple different people use it. It is coming off, but I will tell you right now that it will take you a long time if you're using WD-40. Yeah, so that one was not very successful. Let's flip the towel here, and let's try the bug and tar remover. As I mentioned when I was applying this, it goes on like really thick. Bug and tar remover, just, you know, that's how it is. Wow, look at that. If you see is that coming off in the same way that the Goo Gone did? It's kind of more chipping off. You can see over here, this is kind of just like rubbing it off, whereas this is almost chipping off. I'm actually surprised that this one really worked as well as it did. I didn't see too many people using that, but you can see it's really kind of, it's actually almost like rehydrating the Plasti Dip. That's interesting. So without too much effort, that one came off pretty easily. So and you could definitely see it on the microfiber here. So let's flip one more time. This is the last one. This is a tire shine. Like I said, I've only seen this used a couple times. A bit of a wild card, but let's see how it goes. As I said, I'm just trying to be consistent as possible with the amount of pressure I'm applying. And not much is happening. Not much at all is happening. Yeah, that about all that it did was shine the Plasti Dip up. I don't see any compromises in the Plasti Dip there. And as you can tell in my microfiber, I don't see any Plasti Dip in there. Like, for instance, here is the bug and tar remover. So, I mean, you know, that about wraps it up for me. I was really expecting probably the WD-40 to do a little better than it did, but it certainly seems like Goo Gone and bug and tar remover seem to work the best. I think the Goo Gone is going to make more of a mess. As you can see, it kind of comes off in a strange fashion, where as the bug and tar remover really starts to like almost flake it off. And I think that might be because it goes on thicker. All right, guys, so that about wraps it up. I think, you know, out of these 4 products, the one that I'm going to proceed with is likely going to be the bug and tar remover. And I really didn't expect that one to do as well as it did. I really expected the Goo Gone to do well. I think Goo Gone will still do well. And hell, I might even combine them. I don't know, I'm desperate here. But clearly, no matter what you choose, there's going to be a lot of work here. But definitely shy away from the WD-40. It didn't really do much. Stick with the Goo Gone or bug and tar. If I have to pick one, I'm going to say bug and tar. And this is a Rain-X brand. I imagine a lot of these are very similar, but just for the record, it's a Rain-X brand bug and tar remover. But good luck, guys, getting that Plasti Dip out. It's gonna be a long weekend regardless.